Out Stealing Horses by Per Petterson is a beautifully written, deeply introspective novel that explores themes of memory, loss, and the complexity of human relationships. The story follows Trond Sander, an older man who has withdrawn to a remote cabin in Norway, where he reflects on his past and the events that shaped his life. The novel shifts between two timelines, Trond's current life and his memories of a summer when he was a teenager in the 1940s. This dual narrative structure allows us to see the contrast between his youthful innocence and the wisdom of age, showing how his understanding of events has changed over time. At the heart of the novel is Trond's relationship with his father, a man of quiet strength and mystery, whose actions during the war and their consequences profoundly affected Trond's life. Trond also recalls his bond with a young friend, John, and how their friendship is influenced by the choices and secrets they share. These relationships serve as a lens through which the author explores deeper themes of betrayal, guilt, and forgiveness. One of the most striking aspects of Out Stealing Horses is the way it addresses memory. Trond's recollections are often fragmented, and the truth is sometimes elusive, which speaks to the idea that our memories are shaped by time, perspective, and the things we choose to forget or suppress. The novel invites readers to consider how much of our identity is constructed from our past and how we interpret it as we grow older. The passage of time and the way it erases or alters memories is a crucial theme in this book. Petterson's writing is spare yet evocative, capturing the harsh beauty of the Norwegian landscape and the emotional terrain of his characters. The simplicity of his prose enhances the novel's reflective tone, allowing the reader to connect deeply with Trond's introspective journey. The sparse dialogue and quiet moments in the book create an atmosphere of solitude, mirroring Trond's own retreat from the world. One of the novel's most poignant moments is when Trond finally comes to terms with the loss of his father and the guilt he has carried for decades. His understanding of his father's actions and of his own role in those events leads him to a place of acceptance. This resolution speaks to the power of time to heal wounds, but also to the idea that some things are never fully understood or forgiven. Out Stealing Horses is not just a personal story. It is also a meditation on the nature of life itself. It raises questions about the choices we make, the paths we follow, and the consequences of those choices, even when they are made in the quietest of circumstances. It explores the way our lives are shaped by the people around us and how we, in turn, shape others' lives. On a broader scale, the novel touches on the historical backdrop of Norway during the war, reflecting on the emotional and moral complexities that arise during times of conflict. Trond's father's involvement in the resistance against the Nazis adds an additional layer of moral ambiguity to the story, challenging readers to consider the choices people make under duress and the costs of those choices. Pettersson's exploration of solitude is also powerful. Trond's decision to live alone in the cabin is both an escape and a form of reconciliation with his past. His isolation allows him the space to reflect, but it also raises the question of whether solitude is truly healing or whether it deepens the wounds it seeks to mend. It's a delicate balance between introspection and avoidance, and Pettersson handles this tension masterfully. One of the novel's strengths is its ability to evoke a sense of place. The landscape of Norway is not merely a backdrop to the story. It is a character in its own right, shaping the emotional landscape of the novel. The mountains, forests, and rivers reflect the inner turmoil and peace that Trond experiences, making the setting an integral part of the narrative. However, some readers might find the pacing slow or the narrative too introspective. The novel demands patience, as it gradually unravels the complexity of Trond's character and the mysteries of his past. But for those willing to invest in the story, the payoff is deeply satisfying, as it offers profound insights into the human condition. In conclusion, Out Stealing Horses is a beautifully crafted novel that explores universal themes of memory, loss, and identity. It is a poignant reflection on the passage of time and the impact of our choices. Per Pettersson's skillful storytelling, combined with his keen insight into the human psyche, makes this novel a truly moving reading experience. If you're someone who enjoys literature that delves deep into the emotional and psychological aspects of life, this book is definitely worth your time. Remember to leave a comment with your thoughts on the book, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more interesting book reviews in the future. See you in the next video.